everyone, Karen here, and today I don't have a card for you. I have a planner. Now this planner is a year-long planner that has a pocket for each month, so you could put the cards as you make them in the pockets and save them for when you need them. On the pocket there's a place to put the date you need the card, the name of the person who's getting the card, and the occasion that you need the card for. And to do this, I have a PDF for you, so you don't have to figure this all out yourself. There are two PDFs. One has the pocket here that's going to get attached, and the other one is 12 pages that has the month written on each one in the correct place, so you could have it in the center. Now, there is no decorations on the PDF, so you can use your own stamps and decorate this however you want. Make this your own. But you want to use heavy paper, however heavy paper your printer will take, and there are 12, one for every month of the year. You can put birthdays, anniversaries, all kinds of things in here. If you need to make a baby card for, later on in the year, there's a page for everything. Now, there's a couple ways we can put this together, but let me show you the PDFs and we'll get started. All right, let's talk about the two PDFs you're going to print out. You're going to print out 12 of this one. And remember, you want to print this out on the heaviest paper your printer is going to take. Now, if you don't have a printer that will take heavy paper, you absolutely could do this by hand. You'll just cut this pocket in the same measurements we're going to do in a second, and just write date, name, and occasion across the top, and you can just make your own list. And you can just write the months in a large print across the front here. Absolutely. You can do this by hand if you want to. I just wanted to make the PDF so people would have the lines and everything all set, ready to go. So let's cut the pocket, and you're going to cut all 12 exactly the same. So we're going to cut this by 6 inches. I'm going to flip it this way to where the date is over here. You're going to put it right side up, and we're going to cut it at 9 1/2. Like that. And you will cut all 12 just like this. And it will look a little off-centered. And the reason why I did that is I have a little bit extra on this side. So when you bind it together, either by putting it in the 3-ring binder or by using something like a cinch, it will be centered. Alright, so the next thing you will have to do is take all of these pockets and score them at 1/2 inch on the side, on the bottom, and up the other side. 1/2 inch. And you'll do that again with all 12. And then you're going to fold this down. Fold this. Fold this. Now these little corners here, I'm just going to take my little scissors and I'm going to cut this little corner out. And cut this little corner out. And I am cutting away the score line. Now when you fold this up, I'm going to put the bottom one down first and this over the top. Now to make sure I don't have a little edge sticking out, I'm just going to cut a little angle here. And that will just make sure I don't have any paper sticking out when I glue this together. And you'll do that with all 12, and that's all you have to do. Alright, so now I'm going to take my bone folder and just want to make sure these are all folded really nice. Just go over it a couple times. As you know, you are going to want to use heavy paper. Alright, and now we'll just glue these down. And you can do all 12 of these at once if you want to, and then attach them to your papers. We'll put a little glue on either side and press down. Then this will get glued to your month page. So we're going to put glue down the side here, across the bottom, up the side, just use your favorite adhesive. You can use red liner tape if you want, whatever you want. Now we'll just line this up flush with the bottom and the sides, like this. Make sure we're all lined up. Give it a good rub. Make sure you've spread all that glue out underneath. There we go. And put your hand in here to make sure you didn't glue your pocket closed. And that's that. So now you can decorate the top of this however you want. Now when I did mine, I kind of went with a butterfly and flower kind of decoration. I just picked different butterflies. You can see the pages here I started. Butterflies and different flowers on each page. See, these I haven't colored in yet. These I haven't attached yet. And I just kind of went through my stash and just picked different things. I think a lot of these were the birth month flowers. And yeah, just do that. Now as far as coloring goes, if you don't want it to show through in the back, you can use colored pencils. That's fine. You can use any medium you want. This is yours. Now after you get everything all put together and you've decorated the top the way you want, colored everything in, then it's time to decide how you want to bind this. Now you have a couple choices here. You can either use a 3-hole punch and put it in a pretty binder. Yeah, go get yourself something nice, put them in here, good to go. If you have something like the cinch, you can use that. Alright, so everything's had a chance to dry. All the pockets are now attached. I've stamped all of my pages. You can see some of them are colored in, but not all of them. I'm going to use this kind of like a coloring book, and I'm going to sit in front of my TV with my colored pencils, and I'm going to finish coloring it there. Now, I did make a decision. Once I put them all together, I saw how thick this was, and I decided a binder is going to be better than using my cinch. And the reason being is I don't have the little cinching metal pieces that are big enough for this, and I think it's going to be too tight once I start putting cards in here. So I would suggest at least 1.5 inch binder, maybe 2 inches, and just go and get yourself something, a really pretty one. Look on Amazon and get yourself something that you like. Now, with my hole punch, I can put 3 pages in at a time. So I'm going to take the 3 pages, slide them into the hole punch, just press down. Now, if that's too hard for you to do, you can do 2 at a time. Just make sure you're all lined up here. Press down. There we go. Now, I will say, you're probably going to want to write everybody's names and occasion on here before you start putting cards in here. Because once you start putting cards, it's going to be a little harder to write on here. But once you have your cards, they'll slip right on in here. There you go. Just like that. So let me take my notebook, move that to the side. Open this up, make sure they're all in order. January, February, March. And we'll put them in here. Now, a couple hints. As you're putting these together, I would definitely take your bone folder, and once you glue everything in, I would definitely go around it, just to make sure you have a nice tight gluing, and just put them all in here. And definitely use your bone folder, or else your fingers will be very tired after going around all these pages. And there we go. Now you're all set. As you go through the year and you make a card for someone, you can put it right here and you'll have it ready when it's their birthday, anniversary, or whatever it is you want to send them a card for. So I hope you enjoyed this project, and I would love to see them if you make them. I want to see what you decided to stamp on here and decorate it with. And please consider subscribing to my channel. And until next time, stay crafty.